Hi, I'm Shivam,
Hi, I'm Izzy,
and this is PhoenixChat.
where one of us can read.
Which one?
You find out.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of PhoenixChat. So, in today's episode, this is part 1, we're going to be recapping what happened in one of our sessions for D&D. So I believe the last time we left off, the party had just arrived in Soliana, and they just found out that they needed to, in order to get the True Sight potion, they need to schmooze some noble people, which means that they need to go to a ball, and to get into the ball, they need some, fancy outfits and a nice, presentation to give to these people. So, yeah. And I believe the first thing that Essen was also going to do in Soliana is that the Soliana is a very advanced city, and so he went to go see a doctor about getting a sex change. Yeah, and so he scheduled his appointment for the right next day, and as that was happening, the rest of the party went to go get suits. If you want to explain a little bit more about this.
So, because we were in the Silver District, things are a little bit more expensive. I mean, same with the Gold District, but we were in the Silver District at the time, and we wandered into a dress shop, and there was a guy there, and he could just tell by looking at this fucking ragtag group of fucking travelers that they had no fucking money on them. Which, yeah, we had no money on us, especially me, Anyway, so me and Hops are looking around at the dresses, and then the guys are looking around, and after seeing some of the price tags, we were like, ooh, that hurts. And then Morgan just straight up goes to the guy and hey, so do you have any enemies? Just straight up, do you have any enemies that we can take care of for you instead of paying? And he's like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not hiring you as a hitman for clothes.
Oh my god.
Hops managed to get a pink sparkly dress, though, because it was in the kids section under the clearance, because I managed to schmooze a little bit the guy who owned the place, but I was just like, man, if I push any harder, I'm either going to go to jail or something else is going to happen. So,
You were, vaguely threatening him, just hey, it'd be a shame if anything bad happened to this shop and something like that. Are you doing a fucking,
listen here.
Insurance money scam?
Yes, I was. Anyway.
But yeah, no, we got Hops her pink sparkly dress because, damn if, I don't care about the rest of you all, but the fucking Hops is gonna get her pink sparkly dress and look goddamn adorable.
Exactly. Period. Yeah. Anyway, so, before all that happened, though...
Wait, one last note. I'm so sad that you guys didn't do the pretty woman thing where you guys walk in later in the arc with all your fancy clothes and just you guys work on commission, don't you? Big mistake. Huge. And anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Oh my fucking god. Man, we should have done that after we saved the entire town. Yes.
Spoilers.
It's us. Anyway, so before all this happened, we decided let's not ask for directions because who fucking does that? Not us. We're too good for that. And we come across this marketplace, and I'm looking around, and she was like, "Yeah, they're speaking in Thieves' Cant." Now,
I just had you roll a perception check, and you fucking rolled a 22 or something like that, and I'm like, okay, I guess if you roll really high, I guess I'm gonna make something interesting. What's something interesting I could do? Oh, you're a rogue, something with Thieves' Cant. And so I stupidly decided to say, yeah, the market people are using Thieves' Cant and these subtle gestures to explain to they mark off people who are new to town and tourists, and they try to upsell them on more goods, or say you need to try out our specialties and stuff like that. That general sort of thing. If you want to go ahead and explain.
So you know, you put Thieves' Cant in front of Juliet, who wants to show, like, look, I can also be the good guy here, and not be the bad guy everyone is pinning me out to be because of the whole Toadbird situation, you know? So, she looks at Boondock and she's like, hey, you wanna see something cool? And he's like, no, too bad, watch this.
That was my favorite interaction.
So she goes up to one of them, and she basically spells out "fuck you" in Thieves' Cant. And he's like, "What are you?"
Which
trying
is
to
just
do
a middle
here?
finger, straight up. Yeah.
Straight up. And he's like, "What are you trying to do here?" And she's like, "I know what you're doing. Either knock it the fuck off, or I'm gonna have to report you to the authorities." And he's like, "You're not gonna do shit." And she's like, "Fucking watch me." And so basically, Boondock made her stand down until she explained to him what was going on. Then Essen rolls around, and they do it to Essen, and I was like, see? And he's like, oh, I see now.
Mhm.
And we basically busted a collusion ring because I decided to be a little shit and use my, plus 11 intimidation.
But yeah, no, what I tried to do is, like, I was trying to say, like, I guess this isn't really technically illegal. Like, this isn't, like, a crime. They're just trying to, like, upsell people and stuff like that. Like,
Price collusion is illegal!
Yeah, and then fucking Boondock just, like, fucking, like, strolls on up. Like, I didn't see anything here, but just so you guys know, price collusion's highly illegal in Odysseia.
You know, what's even funnier is none of that shit was planned. Like, she
of
had
course
to,
it
like, pull
wasn't.
that shit out of his ass the entire time because we were all ready to jump on this fucking collusion ring.
And so I'm like, fine, sure, you guys take your win here. They fucking, like, do the gesture in Thieves' Cant that says fucking, like, show's over. I'm like, congratulations, guys. You stopped these poor tourists from being upcharged, like,
1 gold.
It was barely even a gold, honestly, as I'm thinking about it. It's like food stuff, and like, so it's maybe like half a gold, maybe.
Doesn't matter, half a gold's half a gold. Anyway, continuing. We stopped a price collusion ring. Anyway.
And that's how you guys saved the entire town.
The entire town. So,
okay. I tried so hard to make that price collusion ring, like, a bigger part of, like, the story. I was
really?
desperately trying, like, can I work this in somewhere? Like, can I make a villain out of this somehow? Like...
Oh my fucking god.
But no,
funny.
Unfortunately. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. So, the player who, plays Morgan, it was his birthday. So we decided, let's have it be Morgan's birthday. So we decide to go get some, like, fucking, they're called mammoth burgers. These burgers, like, as big as your fucking head. Stick a candle in there and sing happy birthday, because that's how we do birthdays, you know? Ta-da! No cake, no festivities, just, you know, burger, candle, boom.
Yeah. Sorry. One note backtracking. The reason you guys went to the Mammoth Burgers is because Morgan wrote a letter to his mom a while back, and he finally received a letter back on his birthday. And the letter basically said that, like, wishing Morgan a good happy birthday and everything like that, and like, hey, if you're in Soliana, like, I've been there a couple of times, you should definitely try out the Mammoth Burger place. Also included in that letter, though, Morgan decided to kind of, like, question his mom and said, like, hey, what did you think about Dad? Because, like, I think he was up to some shit, and, like, I don't know how I, like, feel about him and stuff like that. So, I don't know, like, was he a good person? Was he not? And his mom sent back in the letter basically saying, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm still not certain, and I'm still processing that too. And whatever conclusion you come up with, is something that you're going to have to find out for yourself. But what I do know is, like, what he was doing in Phoenix Heart with, like, the illegal necromancy stuff, like, that was extremely shitty thing to do. But I know for a fact that, like, he loved you dearly. And so, like, after that nice little a big emotional moment between Morgan and his mom via letters, you guys then hit up the Mammoth Burgers to celebrate Morgan's birthday with the candles in the burger, if you want to explain from there.
Yeah, so we did the Mammoth Burger, and then we decide, hey, let's go to the bar that Sprout told us about. So we head to the Bronze District, and we head into the bar, and there is like this fountain like right in the beginning of the bar, and Hops, me and Hops has to wet herself and sits in the fountain, and this fucking giant dude with like giant arms, just like, hey, get out of the fountain. She's like, this is my drink. Sprout said the drinks were on us, and this is my drink. And Juliet was like, just give me a goddamn barrel of ale. And he's like, what? And she's like, just give me it. And he's like, okay. Downs the entire barrel, no cap, and it's like, okay, fill it with water for my friend. He's like, holy shit!
Yeah.
And he's like,
and again,
damn.
a reminder, like, Juliet is like a 5 foot something, extremely skinny woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but she just has an absolutely ridiculous alcohol tolerance from just like all the years of being a bartender and an alcoholic.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, he was just like, hey, so I see you can do that. Do you want to do this drinking challenge? And she's like, hell the fuck yeah. And she's like, you know what? Morgan, my man's birthday. Let's do it together. And he's like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Bad idea. So,
yeah,
what was it called?
The 9 Steps to Hell. It was 9 consecutive shots you guys had to take all in a row. Each time you took a shot, the Constitution save DC was just going to get higher and higher. And I basically kind of had like a table of like levels of drunkenness that you guys would take when you guys failed the con saves. And like if you guys failed like 5 con saves, it would have just been like a complete blackout. And so like you both are heading through it, and like Morgan nearly fucking passes out in the first shot. Juliet's feeling like absolute like lightweight. It's totally fine. And you guys are just downing like shot after shot. Juliet absolutely powering through, fucking like basically no effect whatsoever. Morgan's like struggling around like the 5th drink, but he's barely managing to get all the shots down. As you guys come up to the last shot, which is a DC 25 Constitution save.
Yeah.
Both of you guys get pretty fucked up after that last shot, but both of you are like at least standing.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, so both of you now kind of like are pretty drunk at this point. As that's happening, Sprout decides to talk to Boondock because, Sprout actually invited just Boondock on here on a date, but then the rest of the party kind of decided to come along.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a nice little conversation, and Sprout kind of was just like, oh, hey, you want to, like, play some, like, music and stuff like that? And Boondock, went up on stage with Sprout, and both of them, like, played out some tunes, Sprout on the piano, Boondock playing the guitar, and, like, Sprout's surprisingly, like, adept at playing the piano. Yeah, so you guys have that nice little that nice little moment. And we then cut back to Juliet and Morgan. I think this was the start where like both of you just like pretty intoxicated at this point, just like, you know what we need to do? We need to find Morgan some hot babes. And Morgan is like, yeah, I like babes. Oh my god. It was the most, like, it was such a nice, like, chaotic energy of this, like, this fucking, like, dumbass sibling bonding relationship that I absolutely fucking adored. So Juliet and Morgan start, like, they get up and they start stumbling away. As this is happening, some douchebag comes over to Juliet and tries to, steal her wallet. Juliet immediately fucking, like, decks the guy, knocks him out, and then steals the robber's wallet.
No, so I literally knocked him out, right? And you start describing somebody's coming toward me, and I was like, no, wait, I want to rob him. And you're like, wait, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, this fucker tried to rob me, it's only fair.
Yeah, so this dude in, like, this very, like, elegant-looking clothes, walks up to you, and like, he has, like, some kind of, like, weapon out up here, like, to, like, try and defend you, but, like, you seem to have been able to take care of yourself here.
Yeah, considering she's worked in a bar for, like, how long, she's probably used to it.
Yeah, so this dude, he comes up to you, and he begins to, like, start flirting with you, and introduces himself as Thomas the Elegant. And so basically he goes into this, like, whole spiel, basically just, like, these over-the-top compliments and stuff like that, and Essen's being like more and more protective and just like kind of like getting close to Juliet and trying to like wedge himself in between you two. But then Thomas says like, oh hey, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, maybe I could take you to the ball and stuff like that. I could pay for your dresses and stuff like that too.
Yeah. And she was like, oh fuck yeah, I have a date and I can do the dress thing. Cool, awesome, yeah, let's go. And he was just like, cool. And fucking Essen is like, are you fucking serious? And she's like, what? It's free.
Oh my god.
Because you know that's just how she fucking rolls.
Yeah, so the assumption that the Essen and Juliet were both making that wrong, that was Essen thought that him and Juliet were like a thing at this point, and Juliet thought like things weren't official between them yet. Yeah, so injected a little bit of drama there as like Essen just kind of goes off very sad about like Juliet doing this shitty thing to him.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Oops. Anyway.
But Essen goes off to sulk, and as that's happening, Babe Quest continues.
Babe Quest.
Yeah, and so like you're looking around, you're asking me like, all right, so like what's like can I see any babes in the bar right now? And I'm just like, yeah, there's a goblin girl like over like a little bit over there. And so like you're just like oh, like how hot is she? And I'm like, roll a d20, I guess.
Yeah.
And
I think I rolled a 15.
You rolled a 16 or something
16?
like that.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I'm like, yeah, she's a 16 out of 20 in hotness. And I'm like, why didn't I make you roll a d10?
Yeah, that's a good question. Either way, she was hot, okay?
Yeah.
So I, like, shoved Morgan over there. I'm like, go, do your thing. And he's like, and fucking... As he's walking over, Hops is like, blow your train whistle!
Yeah, no, it wasn't blow your train whistle. Everyone's like shouting words of encouragement, and like Essen's like, oh, like tell her what a hero you are, and Boondock's like, yeah, show him like what a stoic like badass you can be. And Hops is immediately show her your train whistle. That was the exact phrasing. And Hops' player didn't realize like the double meaning behind that.
We're also all
and everyone's immediately just like, wait, hold on. Don't show her your train whistle, Morgan.
All of us are immature little shits. Yeah. I would like to point that out.
And so Morgan walks up and I'm like, okay, so what's your strategy or approach as you approach this goblin girl? She like she turns and smiles at you. And Morgan's like, well, I show her my train whistle as he pulls out the fucking train whistle and just fucking blows it in her face.
Because, you know, that's how you get all them ladies, everyone. Take notes.
And so the goblin girl's just like, what did you do that for? And Morgan's like, I don't know, I'm sorry, I'll leave.
So at that point, Julia is like, oh my fucking god. So she fucking turns his ass around, takes away his train whistle before he blows it in her face again. And she's like, he would like to ask you to dance. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and so she eventually says, well, if he asks me, then sure, and as both of them begin to start dancing as you've you've leveled up as a wingman.
I am. I also wingman for Boondock, like, during his conversation with Sprout, and I was like, hold his hand, kiss him.
Speaking of which, yes, yeah, so the goblin introduces herself as Tansy, and Tansy and Morgan begin to go, like, dance for a little bit. We then cut it over to Boondock and Sprout. They finished up kind of playing their music, and so, like, Sprout kind of said, like, oh, hey, if you're not, like, doing anything tomorrow, maybe we could, like, go to the ball together? If you're interested, it doesn't really have to be a thing. And Boondock's like, oh, I mean, yeah, we're planning to head to the ball anyways, but, like, we don't really have, like, money for, like, the suits and stuff like that, so we're still trying to, like, arrange that. And so Sprout's immediately like, oh, hey, no, I consider all of your suits covered. I can totally buy, like, all of your suits and, like, everything for the entire party and stuff like that. And so Boondock just kind of, like, is really surprised, but is just like, oh, that's really kind of you. I guess I'll owe you one. And so Sprout's just like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. I think, Julia, at this point, you were kind of sus because you were just like...
I was so fucking sus. I'm like, how the fuck does this man have this much money to pay for all of our fucking clothes?
Yeah. Because as far as you know, Sprout's a himbo, and, like, the only thing he has is, like, this bar, the Dancing Dryad, which, like, it's alright, it's kind of a dive bar, so, like, there's no way he can be making that much. Yeah, no, but Boondock doesn't decide to ask any sort of questions about what Sprout does, and so, like, Sprout then continues with, like, oh, hey, just so you, like, are aware, like, are you cool with wearing masks with the suit, just, like a bronze sort of, like, masquerade mask? And so Boondock's like, yeah, I guess that's fine, why, is there a whole thing with that, or something like that? And so, like, and Sprout's like, yeah, I mean, just a small thing, like, they really wanted me as the Bronze District Leader to wear, like, the costume for all of, like, the District Leaders and stuff like that, as everyone just kind of immediately starts shrieking, you motherfucker!
I was so angry. I even came, like, I was hidden in the shadows at that point, too, to try and help Boondock, and this motherfucker was like, oh yeah, I'm the Bronze District Leader. She comes out of the shadows, scares the fucking shit out of the both of them. You piece of shit! We could have had this reward this whole fucking time, and you're fucking out here doing nothing. Like, bruh, what are you doing?
Yeah, and so Boondock's like, wait, but aren't you supposed to be, like, missing or something like that? And so, like, Sprout just goes on to say, like, yeah, I mean, I kind of just, like, left town without telling Mira, and I probably should have told Mira, but I kind of forgot. And Boondock's like, okay, that's pretty fucking funny. So, yeah. The Bronze District Guild Leader is resident himbo Sprout.
Surprise.
Yeah. But now you guys have all your suits and stuff like that sorted out for the ball. And so we then cut over to, I believe, Essen, who is currently, like, quietly just, like, simmering with a drink in the corner.
Wasn't it about margaritas or something?
Yeah, like, margaritas, just, like, mumbling into his fucking drink, just like, stupid fucking Thomas, the dumbass fucking elegant. Yeah.
Because, you know, that's how it be.
And as he's doing so, I think, Boondock's the first person to, like, head over and, like, he immediately just says, like, okay, you need a stronger drink, just fucking, like, pushes, like, the margarita off the counter, and then asks the bartender for, like,
whiskey.
A strong shot of whiskey.
Yeah.
Essen fucking, like, chokes it down as Boondock's like, so what's wrong with you? As Essen's like, yeah, Juliet's going to the ball with some Thomas the shithead or something like that. And so Boondock, completely oblivious, is like, whoa, why is that a problem? And Essen just fucking, like, turns to Boondock like, I like Juliet. Boondock, oh! Oh my god. I think at this point, like, Boondock also sees, like, Juliet, who's also sulking, and just
she was
like,
only
okay, like,
sulking because the conversation that Essen her had after Thomas left was...
Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
He was like, what are we? And she's like, dude, I have no fucking idea what we are because we do not fucking communicate for shit in this goddamn thing. So they had, like, a small little fight, and she decided not to drink. Now, an indicator for Juliet is upsetty spaghetti if she does not drink, especially in a fucking bar. And this triggers Boondock like, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you? And she's like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what's happening. And he's basically, they had a really good moment like, hey, you need to, like, check out for yourself instead of, like, what other people want. You should do what you want. And she's like, yeah, but he's, like, too good for me, and, like, I don't want to disappoint him or disappoint anybody else because that's all I fucking do. And he's like, you're not wrong.
Yeah, straight up agreement. Like, you do ruin a lot of things, but...
Yeah. But...
But, like, why would Essen want someone who's all about rules and authority after being, like, cooped up and for God knows how long and with all of that? And so, like, Boondock basically calls Juliet out and says, like, you won't let yourself be happy. And Juliet immediately snaps back at Boondock, well, like, you won't let yourself be happy either.
Yeah.
And both of them just, like, silently fucking, like, mean mug each other for, like, a good second before Boondock decides to do the fucking, like, Texas standoff pose, where he has, like, his hands by his side. And fucking Juliet immediately flinches, just like, is Boondock about to shoot me? Oh god.
That's what I thought was gonna happen, I'm not gonna lie. He was just doing the finger gun thing, like, pew, like, you know, hold out your finger.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's happening, he's gonna execute me!
That dead ass, I was like, man, this is it. Alright, cool.
It's been real. Yeah, they have a fucking, like, stupid-ass moment where it's just like, no, just, like, finger guns and stuff like that, and so Juliet's just like, okay, like, never mind, it was stupid, don't worry about it.
And she's like, pew? Question mark?
Yeah, and so they basically, you guys double dog dare each other into like, well, I'll remain happy with, and do things that make me happy if you do things that make you happy. And fucking like, I think Juliet's like, fine, bitch, maybe I will.
Yeah. So she takes another shot, heads over to Essen like, alright, fucker, we're going to the ball together. And he's like, I thought you were going with Thomas. And she's like, fuck the Thomas guy. I don't even know him. And just, she's fucking sloshed at this point, kind of.
Mhm.
And she's like, look, if you and I are gonna be a thing, okay, let's be a thing. But we're going to the ball together. And he's like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, fucking let's do it. And Hops is like, yes, I have both my parents as dates now.
Yeah, that was adorable.
Because, you know, it has to be.
Yeah, so now things are patched up between you two. Morgan also asked the Goblin to go Tansy out to the ball. And Tansy basically just straight up says, like, you're kind of stupid, but, like, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't into that, so, like, sure, why not?
You know, everybody loves a good himbo.
Yeah, so now everyone has dates to the ball. It's all very sweet and good. You guys drink the rest of the night away. Morgan and Juliet are both passed out. You can softly hear, like, train whistle noises coming from Morgan as he breathes because
I forgot something. I forgot to put something in this. But, so, while Juliet was passed the fuck out, she has a dream. From... Oh,
right.
I know, I forgot about this. I just realized. So basically, she is in a dream where she's, like, in her fox form. Like, in an actual fox form, not her kitsune form. And she sees her hometown, and there's this willow tree by a koi pond, and her dad is sitting there, and he looks like shit. Like, his hair is all matted, like, his tail's all matted and shit. She fucking sprints over to him, you know, trying to hug him as best that she can, you know, in her fox form, and he's like, who the hell are you? Like, hi. And she's like, fuck her, it's me! But, you know, she can't fucking speak. It's
just angry fox noises.
And I was like, I argued Morse code. And you're like, alright, fucking guess. And he starts crying, and she's like, you fucker! You motherfucker, you need to take care of yourself. And he's like, okay, I guess. And, you know, she's just fucking crying out of, like, sheer relief that he's okay and he's alive and nothing bad has, like, majorly happened to him other than, like, you know, he's been depressed without seeing his daughter and thinking she was probably dead or something.
Yeah.
So that was all sweet and cute. And while I was talking with Inario Kami after the I shit thing, I gave her the prank scroll I stole from Essen. And I was like, yo, you should totally give this to my mom. And she's like, oh, fucking bet. So the dream shifts, and I can see her through a window, and she opens it, and the fucking prank scroll explodes in her face, and I was like, yes! Victory! The small ones. And then we wake up the next day. I forgot to put that in there, but yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a really interesting moment too, because like, you saw like the prank scroll, and then like your mother just like screamed in rage, and then like slammed her fist against like her desk, and Juliet just kind of woke up in a cold sweat after hearing like her mother's anger again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so like it was a nice sweet moment, and then
then that shit happened. It's okay. She got to see that shit, and you know, it really do bring a smile to my face to see the fucking bitch just suffer a little bit. Okay, anyway, continuing.
Yeah. So you guys wake up. Essen's already gone by the time everyone else is eating breakfast. He has his sex reassignment surgery in the morning.
Yay!
And so he goes over there. The doctor, I believe it was, what was his name?
Dr. Taylor.
Dr. Taylor. Yeah. Dr. Taylor basically like gave him the surgery. We cut to a few hours later. The rest of the party decided to go clothes shopping with Sprout, and they basically like they went to this like really nice looking mall in the Gold District.
Mm-hmm.
As they get there, and like Sprout also gets there too, they also see Essen, who walks over and is now a man.
And taller, apparently.
Yeah, he's a little bit taller too.
He decides to fucking lift Juliet to prove this shit, and I was like, the fuck are you doing? Put me the fuck down.
Yeah, Juliet's just squirming. Yeah, and so like Sprout kind of says like, oh yeah, we can just go like shopping around a little bit, like there's some shops like and stuff in the area, but like you guys can just get whatever you want for and it's on me. And so as you guys are walking around, Juliet kind of forgot something. She forgot that she was supposed to meet Thomas the Elegant at the mall at the same time. So Thomas the Elegant like comes over and starts like walking up towards the party, his mouth open, about to say some like slimy ass shit, when Essen just walks over and fucking just like decks him. And Thomas just fucking hits the ground hard. And after he hits the ground, Hops immediately decides to try to bless him. And after getting fucking like decked in this public place and then covered in frog saliva, he's just like, I am so fucking out of here. My fucking reputation can't be ruined like this. So he just fucking sprints out.
Yeah, because you know, that's how it be sometimes.
It was at this point we knew that Essen has truly completed the Giga Chad transformation.
Truly.
Yeah, so you guys headed off to some shops, and like I told you guys, like, hey, if you guys could just give me some like dumb not shop names, I'll totally just put them into the script. And so someone immediately shouted out Bill Ass's Wonder Emporium. I was like, okay, that's the first stop we're heading to.
Because you know Bill Ass. Bill Ass is a character that the player that plays Morgan also made. He's a fucking tiefling. I love him. Yeah. Anyway, so Bill Ass.
He asked for names for his character, like, can someone give us suggestions? And, like, someone said, like, Bill, someone said Bill. Like, Beyblade, someone said ass, and, like, he just decided, like, as soon as we kept, like, doing suggestions, he combined them all into one mega name.
Bill, Billy, and Blaze, ass, Asterius, Beyblades, something. I don't remember all of them, but it's
shortened
like
to Bill Ass.
Shortened to Bill Ass. So that is where we found Juliet's dress. That was chill. And then we went to fucking Twink Energy to find everybody else.
I was just looking in the fucking chat, and so, like, someone had just typed out, like, Twink Energy. I don't even know if that was a store name. They just typed it out. I'm like, okay, that's the store we're headed to next.
I don't remember. It was so fucking funny, though. All of us were dying.
And so, like, I described, like, oh yeah, as you head into this store, you can just see, like, poet shirts and pumpkin pants everywhere, as all of these, like, extremely beautiful, skinny men.
I think at one point Juliet was trying to help them because they have no fucking fashion sense whatsoever, and she's like, quick, the nearest twink. Every single one of them turns their head.
Every single man in the store. Yes.
I think even fucking Sprout turned around like, yeah. Oh my fucking god. Twink Energy is a magical place, everyone. If you do not have your own local Twink Energy, I highly recommend you get one soon. Okay, that's my spiel for the day.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so we all get fancied up and all the whatnots.
Yeah, you'll get your suits, and then I said, like, Sprout, Sprout tells everyone, like, oh, hey, so I need to get, like, the masks and stuff like that for, me and Boondock, so, like, if like you just want to go with me, we can pick it up real quick. And so like I don't remember who was first. I think it was Hops's player was immediately like oh, like a weird mask. I don't know, that sounds like creepy. Like I don't know, what if this like a mind controlled mask or some shit like that. And fucking everyone just like immediately agreeing, just like scaring Sprout, just like, could be mind control, I don't know, like could be some like fucking shit up to him. Who knows?
Man, it's like I wonder why we're all so fucking paranoid.
It's wild.
Crazy.
Yeah, so you get Sprout more and more paranoid, and fucking like Sprout decides to head upstairs. Grabs like the mask, and Boondock's just like, okay, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on it, I guess. And Detect Magic comes up with nothing. And you guys immediately become infinitely more sus of the mask.
Yeah, because we trust no one and nothing. Because, you know, we've been betrayed so many fucking times, and like when little important things are introduced, we're like, let's immediately be fucking sus of it, because what the fuck does Shivam have up his sleeve? We don't know.
I really gotta start putting like more just minor details that are there just to fuck with you guys. Like, just to really focus on like describing like a certain kind of armor, but just like completely normal armor or something like that, so you guys just freak out about it or something.
Yeah, fucking rude. Anyway, so that happens. We rightfully freak the fuck out of Sprout, thinking these masks are gonna like come to life or some shit. Maybe it's like,
yeah, and so Sprout eventually just straight up says like, okay, fine, I'm just not gonna wear the mask tomorrow, okay? We're just not gonna do that, okay? Okay.
Yeah, we were like, cool.
You guys then prepare for, like, because you guys need to present at the ball and, like, kind of say, like, why you need the True Sight Potion and why your project's really important. So, you guys go to the Office Magic to grab some, like, trifolds, markers, and the like.
Oh, yes, the Office Magic, I remember.
Boondock begins to start scribbling out stuff on the trifold.
Mind you, we bought two trifolds.
Yes. Yeah, they begin to start like scribbling stuff out, and as this is happening, like Essen goes to like Morgan and is like, hey Morgan, do you know how to like flirt with people? Like you're gonna need to like talk to Tansy and be a proper like date for her when you take her to the ball. And Morgan's like, I guess I have no idea whatsoever. And so Essen's like, here, why don't we do like a practice demonstration or something like that? And so Juliet decides to like go first and like pulls like a little hood over her and like scrunches down and like says like oh hey, like pretend I'm Tansy and we'll just do like a little like mock date right now.
God.
Yeah, and so like and Morgan does a couple of questions and stuff like that, and like again realizes that he's absolutely no fucking good at this, and Essen's just like, okay, like here, like watch me do this and like see how I do it. And so like Essen like immediately just like goes over to Juliet and like wraps his arms around her and is like, you look radiant tonight. And then fucking like Juliet.exe has stopped.
Juliet is a fucking tsundere. Like there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like that's all she is. And when shit like this happens, she's like, what the fuck do I do here?
Yeah, no, she's completely stopped, just like basically brain dead as she's just kind of like blushing madly and just like frozen in place. Essen just kind of like just like fucking like snaps his like fingers in front of her face and she's like, okay, I think like I broke her for a little bit.
Hey Sprout.
Yeah, and so, like, I was fucking just, like, lying backwards, just, like, thinking about the next plot point, just, like, chilling, listening to you guys roleplay, and then fucking, like, Essen's players, like, hey, Sprout, you want me to, like, flirt with you next? And so I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Good. Fucking deserve that shit. Oh yeah, all of Shivam's fucking karma comes right the fuck back at him this fucking session, I will say. Not this session, but like this fucking arc.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Cause like, fucking Essen decides to pull Sprout over and just kind of begins to start like flirting with him and just like, and Sprout's extremely nervous because Boondock's literally like right there. And, like, Essen just continues to be absolutely relentless with the flirting, just, like, amping it up. And he eventually decides to fucking lean in and whisper to Sprout, like, don't worry, Boondock's watching every move that we're making right now. And I'm like, holy shit! You have to stop. We've unleashed a Giga Chad onto this world.
Giga Chad Essen is
Oh
too
my
powerful.
god.
Too powerful.
You need to be stopped. Oh man. But Sprout eventually survives the flirting.
We all eventually
as
somehow.
Boondock finishes. Yeah. No one's safe from Hurricane Essen.
Hurricanes. My
God.
Anyway, so when we look at the fucking the
Trifold
presentation
Boondock's
board,
been working on, yeah.
every fucking thing is spelled wrong.
There's
Or
a little
spelled
picture of like
backwards.
Legion, and like she just done this little like chibi art style, and like it's extremely basic, and it looks like this like 3rd grade presentation.
And so Essen has to go over and help Boondock spell everything correctly, because he's like, yeah, why the fuck did you guys make me do this?
Boondock gets so unhinged trying to like spell things.
Yeah.
God, what was it? Cause like I know like they were trying to spell like one word, and so like no Boondock, you don't spell it with like an S, you spell it with like some other letter, and so like Boondock's just like getting more and more frustrated, and just like, well, it's not with a Z that you spell it.
I do not remember
Getting
what the
more
fuck the word
unhinged.
was, but it was so funny. Also, he always fucking spells my name wrong, and it fucking
Yeah.
kills me inside. L-I-E. Juliet.
Oh, it's so choice.
Good things. Good things.
Yeah, but you guys fix up your presentation, and it's ball time. So
Yay.
Morgan decides to pick up Tansy, makes like proper conversation, tells her that she looks nice in her dress and everything like that, as everyone heads to the ball,
And
where nothing bad
happens.
happened. And with that, thank you all for listening to another episode of PhoenixChat. A special shout out to our patrons, the Modgoth, Nyquil Dreamer, and Spicy Turntable. You guys help us create more content and inspire us to keep making better content. Izzy, you got a fun fact to lead us out with?
Yes, I do. So, the first pistol that Morgan had in the campaign was named Bean. Thank you for tuning in to PhoenixChat.